Yes. Hello, hello, hello. We're telling you. Okay. Luisa. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Books. Tea. Adriana, good afternoon. How are you? Remember, today is in English. Julie. Hola, hola. Creo que todo está bien, ¿no? Creo que todo se ve bien. Vamos a esperar unos segundos. Hello, hello, Tuli. Hola, Silly. Hola, colega. Una vez, Caracas. Hoy es en inglés. Today is in English. Vicky, Luisa. Hi, Jasmine. Mari. We have a very interesting topic today. Today we're going to talk about I know, Tuli. Yes, good. I want to be disciplined. I have to be disciplined because I do Spanish more than the English, and so I'm slacking a little bit. But anyway, so here we are today, and like I mentioned to you before in the preview, in the trailer, today we're talking about. Let me make sure. Okay, okay, great. Okay, so like that, or like that. Let me see. Oh, like that. I'm trying to set the camera so I let's go in English. Yes, okay. So today we're talking about the need that we feel sometimes that we need to justify and explain yourself. Okay. Have you ever feel that no matter how much you explain yourself, no matter how clearly you speak, your words are twisted and your intentions questioned and your heart left drained? So sometimes we have relationships or we have friends and people that we associate with that no matter how clearly we try to explain ourselves, no matter what we say, they misconstrue, they twist our words, and we left that companion, that friend, that person, we feel drained, we feel exhausted because no matter how hard I try, they always have to twist it and make things more complicated than they truly are. And this is not just an issue of misinformation or miscommunication, no misinformation, that also happens. It's not just an issue of miscommunication, it's a fight, it's a struggle against something deeper within those people. So sometimes when we are in this kind of relationships, we have the tendency to question ourselves, whether in reality the problem is in the other person, that they have issues, unresolved problems within themselves, and they project it in you. So we can call this thing like wickedness, we can call little devils or demons. I think for this purpose, I'm gonna use the word Happy Thursday, Sandra. So which word do you want me to use? You want me to use wicked, demons, or toxic? Because this is what we're going to put a label in this type of people that we're dealing with, that constantly they are misconstruing or misunderstanding what we want to say. So I'm going to start with demons. Okay, demons. Perfect. We're going to use the word demons. Okay. I'm gonna try to stay with the outline, so I do everything that I want to share with you. Okay. So thank you, Sandra, because these demons are not the type of demons that we see in pictures in movies with the little horns and fairy, how do you say, fiery eyes. Like they have fire in their eyes, and they have the little thing here, the little horns. So the type of demon that these people have, it's not those. The type of demons that these people that you're dealing with have are the demons of insecurity, jealousy, bitterness, and control. So these demons that these people have are the demons of insecurity, jealousy, bitterness, and control. So they hide behind a smile. And this is the type of people that you have in your life, that they smile and they're very polite, only to strike when you are vulnerable. This is something that as I go along, see if you can identify with the information. Remember, the wisdom comes when the information resonates with you and you identify with that. So what are the demons that people have? The demon of insecurity. So take a look, the people around you, the jealousy, the bitterness and control. And you see that's very popular, the control. People, it's amazing how people try to control that. Anna, Bella, I love you. Try to control you, and we're gonna go into that. They hide, and this is what they deflect you from reality, and then you sort of kind of questioning yourself, because they hide behind the smile, and they're very polite, only to strike when you are vulnerable. But when you are vulnerable, they strike. So they show up as the friend who always doubt your potential. Do you have these people in your life? A friend that always doubt your potential. Claudia, no, Anna, Annie. They are, and these people who doubt your potential can be family members that they never celebrate your success. They are people in your career. They always try to belittle your achievements. So these are these people who they are in your life, and they seem to be friends, but they never celebrate your success. And like I said, it can be family members, it can be just normal friends, it can be colleagues, people at work, that they never celebrate your achievement. These demons take many forms, but the many forms that these demons take are the demon of insecurity, the demon of jealousy, the demon of bitterness and control. So that's the form that they take. So you can look at them like that when you see people with this quality. But what is their purpose? What is the purpose of this demon? Their main purpose is to drain your energy and to dim, D-I-M, dim your light. So that's why when you're dealing with these people, you feel exhausted. You feel drained. You feel like, oh my God, what happened to me? So that, because what's the purpose of these people that have these demons are to drain your energy and to dim your light. They disguise themselves as concern, but are quick to tear you down in the moment you stand for yourself. The moment you stand tall, they are willing to tear you down. They manipulate the conversation. This is another quality of these people. They manipulate the conversation. They twist your words. What you say, they twist it. That's not what you said. And they completely turn it, twist it, and find fault. Another thing that they do, they find fault in everything you do. They find fault in everything you do. So be thinking about what are the people in your life that are associated, connected with this type of quality, with this type of demon and weakness. So they manipulate the conversation, they twist your words, and find fault in everything you do. These demons, they thrive on conflict. They like chaos. They like the drama. They always have a drama. Don't you have these people that you probably know somebody who always has a drama in their life? Nothing always works nothing works. They always have a conflict, a drama, a chaos, and especially they thrive when you try to explain yourself. And this is the key. When you're dealing with these people and you try to explain yourself, they start enjoying themselves. That's when you start giving away your power, when you start explaining yourself. So I'm going to repeat that. These demons thrive on conflict, chaos, and drama. And they especially thrive when you try to explain yourself. Go figure. Every time you try to justify your action, to defend your choices, you prove your worth. What you are doing, you are feeding the energy that is trying to destroy you. Every time you try to justify your actions, defend your choices, or prove your worth, you are giving food, feeding, FEED, you got it, feeding you are okay. You are feeding the very energy that seeks to destroy you. So when you engage in justifying, explaining yourself to people with this quality, what you are doing, you are giving nutrition to the same energy that is trying to destroy you. That's why you should never, ever be explaining and justifying your choices, your behavior, your path. These demons don't want the truth. They don't want the truth. Oh, feed that energy. Yeah, feed, exactly, feed. They don't want the truth. What they want is your attention. They got your attention, and this is why they want your attention. Because the moment you give them attention, you start explaining and justifying yourself. What happened? They win. You know why they win? Not because they prove you wrong, because they distracted you from your purpose, from your goal, from your light, for your destiny. So immediately when they are, so this is what we need to remember, and this one is they don't want the truth. Why? What? Just a second, Sandra. They don't care. They don't want the truth. They don't care about understanding your perspective. And this is another thing that we have to get, because we try so hard, but they don't want the truth. They don't want to understand your perspective. They care about pulling you into their storm, into the drama, into the chaos. They enjoy to see you being stuck, frustrated, and doubting yourself. So what these negative people, toxic people, wicked people, demons, these demons, they don't want the truth. What they want is your attention. And they don't care that once they get your attention, they don't care about your perspective about understanding you, or their only goal is to make you feel frustrated and you feel stuck and you doubt yourself. Once you start doubting yourself, the negative, the toxic, the wicked, the demons are winning. So be careful. Be careful. But here is the truth. Remember, the demons don't want the truth. They want you to feel frustrated, stuck, and you doubting yourself. So you're in a mess. You're a mess. Mira, okay, I'm not gonna jump. I like to jump. But here is the truth. They don't want you to know your worth. These people, these conflicted people, these insecure people, these what the qualities we gave them. Let me go back a bit. These people with the bitterness, these people with the jealousy, they don't want the truth. They don't want you to know your worth. They don't want you to recognize how beautiful, how powerful, how valuable, how special you are, how talented and how gifted you are, because that is not what they want. So what you need to remember is that your worth does not, this is what you gotta get in your head. Your worth does not depend on their approval. Your journey doesn't need their validation, and your growth doesn't require their understanding. I'm going to repeat this because this is very powerful, okay? Why toxic people, negative people, people who, when you try to explain yourself, when you try to communicate yourself, when you try to get along with them, when you try your best, no matter what you do, there is always finding something wrong. Like I said, always something, finding the faults on you, faulty. Everything that you do is wrong, nothing is right. So because what they want is to keep you like that, to keep you frustrated, to keep you stuck, and you doubting yourself. But your worth, and this is what you need to remember, your worth does not depend on their approval. Your greatness doesn't depend of anybody's approval. Your journey doesn't need their validation. And then we have a vibrant destiny right here in my book number 5. Yeah, book number 5, which we're using today. Your journey, your vibrant destiny doesn't need their validation, doesn't need their approval, and your growth doesn't require their understanding. Your growth doesn't require somebody else's understanding, because not every person is supposed to understand you. Stop for a moment and ask yourself, why are you trying so hard to explain yourself? Why are you trying so hard to explain yourself? Why are you wasting your precious energy with someone who only goal is to drag you down? Why are we wasting our precious energy, our precious time with somebody whose only purpose, only goal is to drag me down? Why will I hang out with that person if I know that every time I'm with that person, I feel dragged down, I feel bad, I don't feel good about myself. I feel that my energy is being sucked, that it's an energy drainer. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. They need to explain. Ahora, see, and this is what happened, that we think because we're good people, we're good people. We try to get along with everybody, and we try to be nice, and we try to be nice Christians, or whatever, whatever you want to be. They need to explain. It's a trap. TRAP. I want to make sure I get this right. The need to explain is a trap. The lady is a tramp. Remember that song? It feels like it feels like when you're explaining yourself, it feels like an act of strength. You feel like you're doing the right thing. It's a powerful thing to explain myself. Absolutely not. It's in reality surrendering your power, and it's giving away your potential. We feel sometimes, some people feel sometimes that explaining themselves is an act of strength. And it's not an act of strength. It's an act that I'm surrender myself. Is I'm giving away my potential to somebody who doesn't deserve it. When I waste my time trying to explain myself with people who cannot understand me, or people who already made up their mind, this is the way they feel and this is the way they think, and no matter what I say, it doesn't make any difference. So why would I waste myself explaining and justifying and giving my power and my energy to people who doesn't deserve it? And that's what you have to start cleaning out of your life. Now, the more you argue with these people, the more you try to this is the key also. The more you try to argue with these people, the more you try to convince these people that you know, this is the way I feel, they win. You are giving the victory to them. But not because they prove you wrong, not because you are on the wrong side. It is because they distracted you from what truly matters. Your peace, your purpose, and your light. So every time that you try to explain yourself, when you argue with these people, when you argue with demons, when you argue with wicked people, when you argue with frustrated people, when you argue with insecure people, when you argue with bitter people who are bitter, then what happens? You ignoring and you compromising what is truly important to you. And what is that? Your peace, have peace of mind, your purpose, distracting you from your purpose. And you have to be extremely careful, because a lot of time you don't fulfill your purpose and your goals because you allow other people to distract you. You allow other people. I'm not going to do examples. I do examples later, but I just want to give you the content for now. From your purpose and your light. And that's another thing. They want to take your light into the dark. They want you to be dark as they are, because misery likes company. Some people are not meant to understand you. Get it in your head. Some people are not meant to understand you. Why? Because their vision is clouded by their own demons, by their own weakness. Number one, why not everybody is supposed to understand you? Because their vision is blocked, is clouded by their own demons. They cannot see your growth because they are too focused on their insecurities. They cannot see your growth because they are too focused on their insecurity. They cannot celebrate your success because your success reminds them their failures. They cannot celebrate your success because your success reminds them their failure. That's when you become a person that are into your goals, into your divine destiny, into your purpose. You have to completely start deleting from your surrounding all these people who are demons, toxic, negative, insecure, bitter, and so on. So I'm going to repeat that one. Some people are not meant to understand you. Why? Because their vision, when there is no vision, the people will perish. You have a vision for your life. In my book number one, if you have my book number one, you see my vision. I'm here because I had a vision for my life. I saw my life in the future. You have to have vision. So the people, the negative people, the demon, the wicked, I cannot, not everybody is supposed to understand you. And you know, in my book number one, not everybody understood me when I was in my country and I had my vision of going to school and going overseas to go to school. How are you going to do that? And everybody who had this book knows this story about how I got here, and it's because you have a vision. And I didn't allow anybody, any demon, any insecure people, any wicked people to distract me from my purpose, because I knew what I wanted, because I had a clear vision. And when you have a clear vision, all the people in your life cannot support you, and you cannot expect their understanding. When that happens to me, I will tell people in the beginning, I'm going to study. I'm going to go. People will ask me, what are you going to do after you graduate? If you don't have this book, you have to get book number one. I have 6 books. You need to get the 6 books. So people cannot understand that I wanted to go to school. I wanted to get my master's degree. I wanted to get my doctor's degree. I want to go to the United States. I want to work in the United States. You know what I mean? People could not connect with that, because not everybody's supposed to understand you. But the thing is that you have to have peace of mind and be happy with yourself, and not feeling that something wrong with you because people don't understand your vision, your purpose, your calling, your path. You have a path, you have a vision, you have a divine destiny, you have a calling, and you cannot be expecting that anybody is going to understand you. And it happens to me, and this is so. You read my books, you know I'm telling you the truth. They cannot support your journey because they are still lost in their own. How can people who are lost in their own journey, or people who don't know what they want, support your journey? How? I remember in this book, when people will ask me and I say, "Oh, I'm gonna go to study. I want to go to study in the United States." Let me calm down. People will ask me, "Oh, Josefina, after you graduate, where are you gonna work?" Because everybody had a job after graduating in Venezuela by the government. So I said, "Oh, I want to go to school. I'm going to go to the United States. I want to get my master's degree." And people immediately will tell me the reason why I could not do it. You poor, you don't have money, you don't speak the language, you don't know anybody. How can you gonna go? How can you gonna make it? But that's what happened, because they cannot support my journey, because it's my journey and I have a vision. They didn't have my vision. They could not see it. So don't expect other people supporting you because they don't see what you see. That people didn't see what I saw. And when I was all the time, people don't see what I see with my bodybuilding. Today I decided today the idea came in my head. I'm gonna be the best bodybuilding at my age or at any age. And I made that determination today. I didn't go like I'm gonna do this because no, it's just pop in your head. The greatness and the growth pop in your head. This magnificent idea come into your consciousness, and you embrace them, because those are ideas of being the best that you can be, to be the greatest person that you can become, to develop all your power, all your potential. But you cannot expect that nobody is going to understand you. And that happened with with your mom, with your mother, with your grandmother, with your husband, with your partner, with your children, with everybody. Nobody is except, what is the word? Everybody, exempt, something like that. I'm still learning. They cannot support your journey because they are still lost in their own. And that's why sometimes we have expectations about other people that they don't support me. Blah, 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 forget about that. Is not your problem. That people don't support you, that's not your problem. Your job is not to fix them, to Your job is not to fix them, it's not to convince them, and it's not to change them. And this is another mistake that we get in the head, that we feel like we can fix people, that we can convince people, no, my ideas are right or whatever. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. As long as you are convinced within your own consciousness of what you want to be and what you want to do. And just like me today, I was having this amazing back workout, and I said, I'm going to be the best bodybuilding ever in my category, in my age, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I had the most amazing workouts this year, and I'm doing it on my own. So your job, remember, your job is not to fix people. Your job is not to convince people or to change them. Your job is to stay true of who you are. Your job is to stay true to who you are. Now, keep walking on your path. Okay? Keep walking on your path and protect your peace at all costs. Anita, Jessica, hola. Keep walking on your path. It's important. It's so important. Protect your peace of mind at all costs. Don't allow anybody to disturb your peace. You're welcome, Anita. You don't have to lower yourself to the level to prove your point. This is important. You don't have to lower yourself to prove your point. You don't have to lower yourself to the level to prove your point. You don't have to trade your light for their darkness. You don't have to lower yourself to prove your point. You don't have to trade your light for their darkness. Just to feel understood. Look what we are willing to sacrifice. Some people are willing to sacrifice their peace. They lower themselves to this weakness and these demons. You are willing to trade your light for their darkness so they can understand you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna repeat it because this is worth repeating. It's keep walking your path. This is important. Keep walking your path. No matter what happens, keep walking your path. Keep walking your path. And if you keep walking your path and you in a daily ritual, you do the things that are important to you, you will achieve what you are set to achieve. But you have to do it in a daily basis. You have to be true to your path. You have to keep walking on your path, no matter what anybody says. I don't care, and then sometimes you have to reset. Sometimes you have to refocus because people have dramas and they bring their drama into your consciousness, into your life, and then you get distracted and you lose the focus and you have to reset. What is my purpose? And you have to be conscious about your purpose. And yes, it's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to happen that you lose your focus because you get distracted for family members, people you love. And this is what happened. People you love, people your mom, your dad, your husband, your mom, But in my case, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who that is. I will help you. I will give you the time that I need to give you. But then I'm going to refocus and I'm going to continue my path. And I'm in that walking, walking my path, I will protect my peace. I will protect my peace of mind at all costs. At all costs. And it's sad, sometimes it's sad, that people are willing to put themselves in hell just because, well, I'm not going to go into that because I can go off. You don't have to lower yourself to the level to prove your point. Yeah, because you're not going to prove any point. The point is that they're going to take your light away from you. You don't have to trade your life for their darkness just to feel understood. And sometimes we want to be people pleasers. We want to be people pleasers to be understood because it's a human thing. I'm going to tell you in a minute. This is a human thing that we want to be understood. We want to be people support us, that people applaud us, that people validate us, that people approve of us, that people. But there is a moment that you don't have, that you grow. As you keep growing in your early 20s and probably into your 30s, you're still looking for that approval and that validation. But as you mature mentally and spiritually, you start discovering that you don't need a validation, that your worth and your value doesn't depend of anybody but you and God. And talking about God, this is what look at what Jesus says in Matthew 10:14. This is what Jesus dealt. If you study your Bible or you read the Bible, you find out that he had amazing techniques in how to deal with toxic people, demons, negative people, bitterness, and all that kind of stuff. And this is what one of the ways that Jesus dealt with the negative people. He says, and you can look at and read it and check it for yourself. You don't have to believe everything I said. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't take it, don't use it, because it's not part of your core values. And part of the wisdom is that we think that we listening, we study, we do, we have that those things have to resonate with us and have to be a part of our core values. So it doesn't matter who says it. And that's what drives me crazy, that people will say, don't eat bananas, and everybody's not eating banana. And they're like, well, what's wrong with people? Anyway, let's go back to Jesus. And this is what he says in Matthew about how to deal with people with wicked, and when people don't like you, when people don't approve you, when people don't validate you. And this is how he dealt with that in Matthew. He said, Matthew 10:14. And if somebody has their Bible and he can have a better translation than the one I have, please share with me because it's very exciting. Okay, so whoever doesn't work, okay, listen what Jesus says. Matthew chapter 10, verse 14. Whoever doesn't welcome you, doesn't like you, doesn't appreciate you, doesn't welcome you, doesn't rejoice when they see you. Okay? Whoever does not welcome you, doesn't listen to you. And we're talking about people, they don't want to listen to you. They want you to justify and to explain for them to take your power away. So Jesus said, whoever doesn't welcome you, whoever doesn't listen to you, as you leave a house, go away, leave these people or the city, shake the dust and walk away and don't look back. Jesus talking. Okay, he said that who doesn't welcome you, people who doesn't like you, people who doesn't appreciate you, people who doesn't respect you, people who doesn't listen to you, then you walk away from these people. And when you walk away from these people, you shake the dust off. What I do, I take a shower. That's my ritual for the dust, taking the dust, the negative energy from the world. I come home and I take a shower. And then he said, don't look back. Don't take them back. Once you, and that means when he's saying about don't take people back. Okay, you say, well, what about my husband? What about my mom? What about my children? Well, no, don't. You put boundaries. You put boundaries. There's, there are boundaries. You don't have to walk. You don't, when people like that, your house, Matthew, anyone will not receive you or listen to your word. Leave the house or town and shake the dust off your feet. Yes, beautiful, Sandra. Beautiful. Shake the dust off your feet. And this is what he's saying. You don't have to tolerate this thing. So Jesus, I love Jesus because he has what a philosophy, man. So anyway, so going back to our thing here. Something very amazing happens when you reclaim your power. So when you reclaim your power, when you don't justify, when you don't explain, when you don't argue with wicked people, with demons, with negative people, with toxic people, this is what happens. You reclaim your power. You step out of their chaos into clarity. You step out of their drama into your clarity. You step out of their chaos, drama, into your clarity. You stop fighting battles that never were meant to you, or it was battles that don't belong to you from the beginning. You rise above their pettiness. Another thing that happened is you rise above their pettiness. Petty, petty, pettiness? How do you say? Pettiness. 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 Rise above their pettiness. And walk in. And when you do that, let me repeat this one. When you stop arguing with these people, you reclaim your power. And when you argue with them, you give them your power. Okay, so it's vice versa. You step out of the drama into your clarity. You walk away, like Jesus said, walk away from the drama into your clarity, your light. You stop fighting battles that were never yours to begin with. You will be fighting things that doesn't belong to you. You rise above their pettiness and walk with a strength that they cannot touch. When you do that, you walk away with a strength that they cannot touch. Isn't that amazing? They can't, because you're not reacting to them. You're not responding to them. You're not explaining to them. They're just justifying to anybody. It's your choices. It's amazing. I love this. So the next time you feel the urge to defend yourself, pause. Every time you feel like the urge to defend yourself, I am Sandra, Ray Sandra, to defend yourself, pause. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on someone who is determined not to see your worth. Oh. Beautiful. Okay? How about that? Chapter is Matthew 10, verse 14. Matthew 10:14. Okay, so the next time I'm gonna repeat it because this is juicy. This is something that we need to memorize. This is something that we have to become it. It's not this is not about reading and repeating. This is about become it, being it. Okay. So the next time you find the next time you feel the urge to defend yourself, pause, time out, take a deep breath, a sip of tea. And remind yourself, self, my energy is too valuable to be wasted on someone who is determined not to see my worth. Speak to yourself. Thank you, Sandra. I'm so happy, Sandra. Okay, somebody who's determined, because these people, they're not gonna see the good on you. There are some people. Number one, we just said it in the beginning, that not everybody is gonna be understanding or understand you. But I'm gonna keep on going, and then you need to keep walking away with your head high. Hold your head high, your shoulders back, tall and feeling nice, knowing that your silence speaks louder than the accusations. Your silence, sometimes the best remedy is silent, is to say nothing. Because in your defenselessness, your safety lies. So knowing that your silence speaks louder than the accusation. Clear? The greatest victory is not in winning an argument. It is refusing to engage in it. To engage in a fight that doesn't deserve your attention. Repeat. The greatest victory is not winning an argument. It is refusing to engage in a fight that doesn't deserve your attention. Ah, how about that? Yeah, yeah. Whatever the reason they project out now, whatever the reason for whatever reason they project their fears and insecurity and their frustration in you, and then you start questioning yourself and you don't realize that all this negativity, all this toxicity, all this frustration, all this nightmare, all this chaos with these people, these toxic people, they are only uh, projecting their fears and insecurities on you. And here is the trap. When you try to explain yourself, you give their doubts a foothold in your mind, allowing them to contaminate you with their negativity and really eliminating or slowing down your progress. Now, this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes you awake in the morning, at night, and then you wake up, or you go to bed and you start thinking about you had an argument, or you have an argument with somebody, and you start thinking about, oh, I could have defended myself this way. You start rehearsing in your head what you should have done, what you should have done, right? So, and that is crazy because it won't make any difference. So you have awakened at night, replaying a conversation, thinking about how could you defend yourself better. How could you defend yourself better? Or wondering if their words were true. You start doubting yourself. Oh, maybe they were right. Oh, how can I defend myself better? I could have said that. I could have said the other thing. And this is normal. This is part of the human nature to want to be understood, to seek validation, to prove that your path is right. But when the opinions you are fighting against are rooted in someone else's unresolved pain, your explanation will always fall in deaf ears. It is human nature. We all want to be. This is the fourth thing that we all want. We want to be appreciated. We want to feel that we count. That we want to feel that we are important and we are respected. At the same, at the same, it is human nature to want to be understood. We want to be understood. We seek validation to prove that our path, we are doing the right thing. But when the opinions you are fighting against are rooted in someone else's unresolved pain, you your explanation will always fall in deaf ears. They cannot hear you because their behavior is based on their own pain. These are wounded people. They haven't healed themselves. They have issues and they project all that pain on you. And that's why whatever you say is wrong. Or they start questioning the meaning of what you say. Or they start second guessing what you say. Or they start sabotaging your success. Or they don't celebrate your success, and so on and so on. So that's why you cannot be putting your faith and trust in other people. Period. I'm gonna say this: you cannot put your faith in other people, no matter what a person is, no matter what. At this point in my life, one of my lessons in life is that the only person that I can trust completely, number one, is God, and number two is me. Everybody else will crack. Okay, everybody else will crack, and that's my opinion. That is my opinion. That's my experience. Don't tell me other thing, because I'm saying it's my experience that the only people, the only being, the only entity that I can control, that I can trust, is God and Josefina. That's it. Everybody else will crack in one way or another. Take a moment to ask yourself, why do you feel the need to explain yourself to someone who has already decided that they don't want to understand you? So that we don't need to be seeking that validation, approval, understanding, and all that kind of stuff. So you have to be careful, and then you gotta really take the time to evaluate the people you are surrounding yourself, the people you hang out with. What is it that you want to achieve? What is your vision? What is your value? What is your belief system? Why are you here? Ask yourself all these questions. And I think every single day is a day for that evaluation. I don't think we have to do it once a year or anything. I think every morning, every day, ask yourself, okay, what am I doing today? I'm doing the things that are taking me closer to what I want to be. Am I doing the exercises that are taking me where I want to be? The health that I want to achieve? Am I doing making choices that are taking me in that direction? Am I developing habits that are getting closer to those issues, to those goals, to the purpose that I have? So I'm gonna stop now. Bella, Yadira, good morning. Hello, I'm great. Lo pondrán en español, ya en español está en español, lo hice búscalo en español, está en español. En español son los martes. To lead men around. Women try to lead men around. That's a big mistake. You don't get me going with that, because this is my book number 3. We have we have time, but I will answer your question now. Toxic is the correct word. Okay, and Annie, excelente, lista para ver el video. Gracias, Josefina, por compartir esa. Great, like always, looks amazing, Claudia. Yeah, okay. Okay, so you guys have any question? I love hanging out with positive people. Of course, Dory. Absolutely. Because positive people brings you up. If you're going to hang out with lazy people who don't want to do it, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to wait for your question. But I agree with you. I like hanging out with God. My best friend is God. I like hanging out with God. Yes, question hold. Hold on. Yes, I'm ready for questions or your comments. a question about, I like questions about what we're talking about today, about no complaining, no explaining, no justifying ourselves, no no giving people the power to take a you. What if you have a friend? Okay, let me go back. What about you have good friend, but she has different political point of view and life in general? See? Well, this is especially in this time, people who have different political point of view, and this is the weakness of it. Because my position on that is, you can have your political choices. I remember in Venezuela when I went to school, one of the things that I learned that I memorized, that Simón Bolivar was the hero. Simón Bolivar in Venezuela is like George Washington in the United States. And he says, Simón Bolivar said, respect and tolerance for other people's ideas. And I grew up with that principle, respect and tolerance for other people's idea. And then what I don't understand is, because you have a different political association, then you are a bad person. But the thing is that we got into a very wicked world. Like, if you don't believe what I believe, then you're a bad person. You're a demon. You no, because you don't believe what I believe. No, you can believe whatever you want to believe. The only point is, don't try to impose on me things that I don't believe. For instance, I believe that there's two genders. There's men and women. If you want to believe that you are a rat, I don't care. You can be a rat. But, so my point, the whole point is that people should be able to believe and express their opinion, and we can be friends. We can be friends. Why can we not be friends? Because you're gonna hate me because because I see, it's just it's like a catch-22. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't have any common sense. It doesn't have any civility. It's the insulting and the labeling and calling names and attacking and blah blah blah. My grandma complains all the time. She never talks about good news, only bad news. She probably watches TV. Except if your grandmother, the only thing she does is to complain, she must be watching TV, because people talk about the things that are in their head. If you constantly hanging out on watching TV all day long, and you constantly hanging out with negative people, and you constantly are doing stuff that are detrimental to your health, that's what you have in your head. That's what you're going to talk about. Why I don't have friends my age? Because the people my age, they have a lot of medical issues. I'm healthy 100%. I compete. I go to the gym. I increase my muscle mass. I have no complaints. So I don't have friends my age, because they all talk about going to the doctor, medical issues, taking medication. Everything hurts. I have no hurts. My body is perfect. I have no pain. Praise the Lord. Thank you, baby Jesus. So just check what she does. I mean, what she's, and let me tell you one thing. There is a moment in life that people are happy being miserable. People are, that's it. I see. And when you watch TV, you get depressed. The world is ending. The worst thing that you can do is to watch TV. I don't watch TV. I stopped watching TV years ago, because it happened, I don't know, maybe 30 years ago, because I was watching TV in Massachusetts when I was going to school in there. And the person says in the show, oh, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, you're going to get very upset. You're going to get very mad about what's coming up, what's coming. They were doing like a preview that they were, coming back with this news. And it was supposedly to be a news that will make me mad and depressed and upset. And I said, hell no, I'm not watching this. And I turned the TV to either turn it off. Why would I watch the TV when they telling me to take this drug and I'm going to have 500 different side effects? Among them, I'm going to kill myself. Are you fucking, are you kidding? Sorry. It's just like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy, you know? I don't know. What, if you want to be healthy this year, limit your TV time. Be selective in what you watch. Be selective because what you watch, what you read, what you watch, it's gonna be imprinted at the subconscious level, and you're gonna react and respond according to your subconscious mind. Hello, everybody. Erica, going through negative people at work now. No matter what you do, they are. Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay, Erica. And this is what happened to me when I was working in Cambridge. When I was in Cambridge High School, the teachers will go into the teachers' lounge during the break and complain about the system, about the students, about whatever. Okay, the weather. Every time I had my break, I didn't go to the teachers' lounge. I went swimming. I had MIT close by, so I will go to MIT, go swimming. They had a beautiful pool there because I didn't have anything to complain. I was living my dream. I was having the job of my dream, the job of my life. I was working in the United States. I got my master's degree. I had a beautiful job. I had my house. I was living my dream, so I had no reason to complain. So when you do what these people are negative people at work, you find other activities. You find other things to do. You take the break by yourself. In a break, lunchtime, you go for a walk. You find things that are productive. And I tell you, when you don't associate to these people with these negative people, at the end at the end of the day, they will end up respecting you. That's what happened to me when I left. When I started working there, they thought I was kind of weird, like I was like antisocial, and then when I left the school, everybody respected me. Colossians 3, set your mind on the thing about knowing exactly, Sandra. Thank you. Exactly. You have to dream big. You have to have a vision. When there is no vision, my people will perish. Absolutely. So you have your job because in your job you don't work for these negative people. Even if it is your boss. I told you this story with my boss in one of the universities I work here. Because I'm not working for them, I'm working for God. I'm working for God. So when you go to your work, you do your job to the best of your ability. You do the best you can. You don't. I had the nastiest boss ever in my life. He took my desk. He took my poster from my office. I don't know if you. I think that story is in my book number 1. I don't know if you want me to repeat. I'm too excited. Relax, relax, relax. I don't know if you want me to repeat the story about my boss that was a mean person. So you find the solution, you become proactive. And this is the thing. When you are when you do what we just talked about today, when you had a mindset, when yeah, BB life, yeah. He took my desk. One day I come to work. He used to make my boss. There was the big boss, the big, boss. It was one of the satellites at the university. This university had different satellites. So I used to work the one close to my house, and my boss, Dr. Wiley, she was my boss. She was my mentor. She became my mentor for my doctor's degree, and then she had the top guy. So this top guy was mean like hell. So she will come into my office. My boss will come into my office, cry because he was so cruel. cruelty. I mean, cruel people can be so cruel. That's why you have to do your thing. That's why I do my thing. That's what I try. Don't get involved in people's drama. Keep the people from the distance. Because it's just so complicated. And she will come to my office and cry about how horrible this guy is or what. I don't know if he's still alive. And then he's probably still alive. Okay? The bad people don't die quickly. So one day I come to work. I walk in my office. Well, previous to that, then I'll tell you the second one. So I walk into my office and I don't have a desk. I go back to Beverly. I said, Beverly, what is my desk? What happened to my desk? Well, Dr. Ta 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 took it because he needed a desk who had drawers like yours. He took my desk. He didn't put it on the desk, so we found another desk. But Beverly and I, we found another desk. That's that's no asking. He just came and took my desk. Okay, fine. Another time, previous to my desk, I used to have motivational posters. People, because I was working in the adult education program, so I have adult students. True. So I was dealing with adults, people who they wanted to go back to school, or they wanted to finish their degree. So I was an advisor for these adult learners. So I have posters on my office, motivational poster, and people will come and they read the poster and they feel good. Well, one day Beverly told me, "Hey, Doctor, da 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 da, doesn't he want you to take the posters down?" Imagine that. He wanted me to take my posters down. You know what I did? Happily, I took it. I'm not working for you. You want the posters down? I took the poster down. You want my desk? Take it. Because what am I going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to get a present? No, you want the desk? Take it. You want the poster down? Fine. And I kept doing my job because I'm living my dream. So nobody's going to rain in my parade. No, especially people like that, because this guy, he was one of these. This guy was one of the bitterness. He was a bitter. He was bitter. This guy, if I have to choose a word from insecurity, jealousy, bitterness, he was bitter. He was a bitter man. Bitterness. That's what it came out of. His energy, bitterness. Oh, that is perfect. That is describing this guy, and I just realized that the bitterness that came out of this individual is pathetic. Okay, are we done for today? Anita, you like that? I love you, Maria. I love you too, mommy. Okay, any other question? Let me see. Oh, okay, Instagram. No, let me see. Go back to Instagram. Okay. Any question from Facebook? Any question from YouTube? Okay, my friends, so we're gonna say goodbye. Look at those arms. ¿Qué les parecen? How do you think about my arms? And don't you think they're huge? But I wore lats today. I didn't have lats. I didn't have this before, but you keep working at it. No question, thank you. Okay, Mima. Beautiful. We love you. Erika, I love you too, Mama. Inspiration. My best self. Your arms are so strong. Yes, very, very strong. How do you handle overthinking and anger? Overthinking about what? Okay, anger. That's bad. Anger. Wow. Why? Don't be angry. Slow. What is the proverb that says slow to speak, quick to hear, and slow to anger. And God advises us not to be angry. So you need to go back to Proverbs. Rude people in your home. Rude people? Really? In my home? Who's here? Oh, maybe put, yeah. Oh. Uh, well, this is anger, and this is our emotions that are probably unsolved issues that people have, that at one point in life they had some kind of trauma, and they develop with a sense of anger, or that sense of fear, or that sense of constantly thinking, and what they thinking is not like positive thinking. It's like doom and gloom, and if something is gonna collapse, and it's just a catastrophe is gonna happen. And this is in my opinion, those are issues that have, those are spiritual issues. I don't, I, my opinion, I don't believe, well, no, I'm not going to say that because I don't want people saying anything. But in my opinion, I believe these issues of anger and overthinking, if you work in your spiritual, cultivate your spirit, you cultivate your spiritual muscle, and if you cultivate your strength, spiritual strength, God is so beautiful. He said, don't worry about anything. Don't think about anything. It's slow to anger. It's slow to anger. It's slow to talk and quick to listen. Those are the three things he says. Slow, quick to hear, slow to talk, and slow to anger. And the Proverbs talk that it's very difficult to deal with an angry person. I deal with my family always attack with smile, but it is no good. It twists my words. Exactly. That's what we're talking about today. That's what we're talking about today. So you need to review this video. This video is gonna be on my YouTube channel, because when you listen to the information when I'm doing it now, it's okay. But when you listen quietly at tonight, in your home, in your house, whatever, in your bed, you need to listen to the video and see the points that I'm talking about here, about not allowing these demons to take away your power. Don't allow the demons to take away your light, because exactly that's what they want. They want to take your light, so they bring you into the dark. You don't want to be in the dark, but every time you give away your power to demons, you're getting into the dark, and you don't supposed to be dark. You're supposed to be light. So, um, angry, you have to solve this issue, because anger is very dangerous for your health. The emotion of anger accumulates in the liver. You probably have liver problem, because angry people who have a lot of anger, the organ of that the emotion of anger goes is in the liver, and the heart is love, and the kidneys is fear. So every organ, they have an emotion, and that's the truth. That's not like, oh, voodoo thing. It's the truth. It's science. Yes, exactly. Family and friends, which is and the thing is, yes, BB life, and yeah, and the answer is yes. But then we have the thing is that the way you deal with these people, the people closest to you, is you being your best. It's that you don't allow them to mold you to their lower expectation. You just don't. You just keep being you. Like I said, I said, you repeat that portion when I said, keep walking your path. And this is the thing, that these demons have the power to distract you. And the moment they distract you, they won. But they didn't win because you were wrong. They won because you allow them to distract you from your purpose. So keep walking your path. and protect your peace at all costs. This is what I just said. Keep walking your path. Get it in your head. You have to keep walking your path. You cannot be looking into what my family thinks. My family will hate me, and I'm okay with it. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Because you're okay with yourself. You don't need validation from anybody. You don't need approval from anybody. You don't need people to understand you. You don't need it. You think you do because it's a psychologically speaking, it's like a human need. But that's what you have to work on yourself. If I didn't work on myself, I will be a mess. I will be just like everybody else with drama, weakening, not doing what I want to do, setting goals, not achieving my goal, not doing what I'm supposed to do, lying to myself, being in a lousy shape, being sick, taking medication, not being able to walk, not being able to do anything, going to the doctors every single day. Oh my goodness, absolutely no. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. I'm going to take care of myself. And if you have a problem with that, I don't care who that person is. You have a problem with that, it's your problem. Like it says here, it's not your problem. What did we just said? Just let me look what you just said. Let me read it to you. Where's it? Okay, let me go back here one very quickly. And this is, Okay, here we go. They cannot support your journey because they are still lost in their own. And that is not your problem. Your job is not to fix them, convince them, or change them. That's not your job. And I don't care who my grandmother, my mom, my children, my daughter. I don't care. That's not my job. You have the right to believe whatever you choose to believe. But I'm going to believe the thing that allow me to grow, because life is all about growing, becoming, changing, being the best that I can be. So, when you stop paying attention to these people, I'm going to repeat it again, okay, because I need to repeat this again. The people can be anybody. The people can be your children. The people can be your mother. The people can be your grandmother. The people can be your wife, your husband, your boss. I don't care. When you stop giving your power to this insecure, listen to this. When people are whole, complete, and happy people, do you think they will be behaving the way you're describing? But yeah, baby life, when you have to put boundaries, there is something called boundaries. And the boundaries, no, it doesn't mean boundaries that you don't talk to these people. You talk for a limited amount of time. You see them for a little limited amount of time. You visit with them for a little amount of time. You have boundaries. Boundaries that allow you to maintain your peace and your contentment and your happiness and yourself and your growth. It's about it becomes you take control when you feel like, oh, they do this and they do that and you lost control. You don't have control because you don't talk to them when you feel like it. You don't have control. You gave the control to all these people. Your job is it's just like, okay, what was it, that one? Yeah, oh no, this is too much. Here, the need to explain is okay. Listen, the need to explain is a trap. If it feels like it's an act of strength, And this is a misconception that people think, oh, if I explain myself, I'm being strong. It's totally the opposite. It's not an act of strength. In reality, it's an act of giving up, surrendering, and giving my power away to somebody who doesn't deserve it. Nobody deserves you to be in your presence. Mother-in-law is evil. Everybody. Exactly. Yeah. And that's your prerogative. You don't. You. There's people that you. There are people like Jesus said. And I'm. Look at what Jesus said in Matthew 10:14. When people don't want you, when people don't like you, when people don't appreciate you, when people doesn't listen to you, when people don't want to be nice to you, you stay away from these people. You walk away from their city, from their house. You shake yourself off the dust, and you never look back. You never look back, and that's your choice. And because your peace of mind, your sanity, your health, your emotional health has to be a priority. We need to get that clear. We need to have that clear. And this what I'm gonna repeat this because what you said really like. The more you argue with these people, the more you argue, the more you tell them, the more you tell them, oh, okay, let me go. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. When you this is so good. I mean, let me go back to this line that I think goes to you. And okay, I don't know. It's so much stuff in here that oh giving you okay. Okay. Okay, so what I was saying is the more you argue with these people, then you are anyway, yeah, you know what I'm gonna say with that. There's just no point to argue with these people because when you argue with these people, they win. They win. I don't like losing. I like winning. And I'm not gonna be giving people my power. They can be losers, but I want to win. I'm not going to let them win. And if I keep arguing with them, they're going to win. If I keep arguing with these people, they're going to win. And I'm not going to let them win. And they win not because I'm wrong. They win because they distracted me. That's the winning. When they distract you, when people take you away from your purpose, when they have the power to distract you, they win and you lose. And you lose for being stupid. Okay? They distract you from what truly matters. What really matters in your life? Your health, your peace, your purpose, and your light. Your light. You're going to trade your light for darkness? You're going to trade your light for that darkness. Are you kidding me? I don't think so. Yeah. And the boundaries, and people think boundaries is just getting away. No, boundaries is everything. And this is something that I'm going to repeat and I'm going to go. We're talking, going back to the family members. Going back to the family members. Some people, I'm going to go slow, okay? I'm going to go slow. Some people are not meant to understand you. Get it in your head. Family members, mother-in-law, husband, one day they understand, the other day they don't. Why? Some people are not meant to understand you. Who can? I think we are very optimistic thinking that other people are going to understand us. Why? Because they don't have my vision. Also, their vision is clouded by their own demons. Their vision is clouded by their own demons, by their wickedness. They can't see your growth because they are focused on their own insecurities. How can insecure people see your growth? They don't want to see you growing, becoming, and changing. They want to keep you frustrated and down because then you lose your life. Okay, but I think everything is, don't participate in the pettiness. I'm leaving with saying, do not participate in their pettiness. Tania, hola, doctora Josefina Cele, saluda desde el Tigre, está Lanzoni, hi. Hola, hola, hola. Okay. Hi, Miguel. So gorgeous, as always. I love it, Miguel. Josefina, Anita, Josefina, what is your next live streaming in English? And what are you going to talk about? Well, it will be next Thursday at 2:30. What am I going to talk about? I'm working on a theme about how to develop good habits, but that's what popped. But I don't know until almost next week, but it will be something good because I wait for inspiration. That's what I think I'm gonna do, but I don't know. But it will be Thursday next week at 2:30. The theme will be so far developing how to develop good habits that you will stick to it. I don't know if that you guys like that, but anyway. Okay, so remember my books. Remember, I have 6 books. This is book number 1. My books are in Amazon. This is book number 2. This is book number 3. And we have books about everything. Book number 4. Book number 5. And book number 6. Okay? So you need to get my books. You need to study my books. You are a great coach. Erika, thank you so much. The book, for people who don't have my books and you want me to recommend, I will say start with 1 and 4. This is the book number 1 is a must. Okay, you have to have this book. That's point. If you follow me and you like what I do and you like what I offer to you, and at least you have to have book number 1. It's just a must. And then of course I always recommend book 1 and 4. It's together because they click together. And the book number 3 is about relationship that we talk about today, relationship. So book number 1 and book number 6 for today. For the theme for today, you find the information for today in book 3 and 6. 3 and 6, yeah? Beautiful, huh? 3 and 6, my numbers. Okay, amazing. I mean, so that's where I work, guided by the Holy Spirit. My work is based on guidance from the Holy Spirit, so I never know. So that's where I got surprised, like 3 and 6. I said, wow, because I didn't plan that. Okay, so that's the beauty. That's the beauty of my job. Linda, more, they are necessary. Absolutely, Linda. Absolutely. Absolutely. They are a mandatory. Sandra, Wilson. Bye, lady. Okay, bye, guys. I love you. See you next week, God willing. I said power, you said wow. Ciao. Bye. The video is en Facebook. This video is in my YouTube channel. The video is in my YouTube channel, Dr. Josefina. Comment to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and like, and leave a comment. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I said pow, you said wow. Pow. Wow. Beautiful.